Hello, and thank you for coming to McWater's Effect. I'm your host, Matt, and today I'm going to be talking about the Georgia Audit. But before that, I need you to hit like and subscribe. Helps the channel grow. Now let's go ahead and get on with the show. Now in this episode, I'm going to be giving you my thoughts of the Georgia Audit and what I think is going to be happening. Now, first thing I want to mention is who's going to be doing the audit. If it was me, I'd go with Cyber Ninjas again. They were the first ones to ever do anything like this, and they did it in Arizona, and I think it's been a pretty good success. And I think they should try to do it also in Georgia. I mean, no one's ever done this before, so why not get someone that actually has experience at it, and that'll be Cyber Ninjas. Now, as soon as you do that, more likely the media is going to be all over Georgia and the Georgia representatives giving them crap. Because saying, their whole talking points, they don't know what they're doing in Arizona. They screwed up. They did this. There's a bunch of fake narrative crap. If I were them, I'd go ahead and hire them to do it. Because anything that's going to, turn their underwear sideways, the media, I would do it. And nothing does it more than Cyber Ninjas. So I'd go ahead and go with that. Now, when it comes to will it change a lot, I don't know. And my thing is the most important thing to me is finding out how they did it, what method they use, and what laws we could change to make sure nothing like that could happen again. Now, I think the Georgia law they've passed for voting law, the one that Joe Biden said was akin to Jim Crow law, will actually do a lot of the stuff that will stop a lot of this stuff from happening. But you're going to have to obviously deal with some of the backlash from people. The idea that a voter ID is racist is ridiculous. You got to have a picture ID for anything. Getting on a plane, cashing a check, starting a bank account, starting a savings account, buying a car. I mean, everything you need a photo ID for. So the idea that some people don't have an ID because of the color of their skin is racist in my opinion. And the other thing is we're fighting in Georgia when it comes to doing this audit are the rhinos. People like Kemp, the Secretary of State, Roethlisberger, and his little crony, Gabriel Sterling. Those guys are horrible, and we need to get them out of office as soon as possible. Vernon Jones, the man Vernon Jones is running for governor, and we need to make sure he gets in there. Spread the word, get the vote out for him, and he wants to have a full state audit, which is the best idea I've ever heard. I like a full country audit, the whole country, just do an audit. But my biggest issue is, what are these people afraid of? The rhinos, the Democrats, what are they afraid of? I think they're afraid of losing power. And the rhinos makes me wonder because they're Republicans, but they're establishment Republicans. And I've looked at stuff about what's been going on in some of these Republican states that kind of interests me in doing audits there as well, and that's why I'm going to do a nationwide audit, because I think some of these people shouldn't have won. That's just my thought on it, because there's a lot of interesting things that went on with these machines throughout the country. And there's a lot of other interesting stuff that went throughout the country as well when it comes to other stuff when it comes to voting. The absentee ballots to early voting and so on and so forth. There's a lot of stuff that looks kind of strange, and it needs to be looked into. And the only way you're going to be able to look into it is by doing a hand count vote. That's the only way you're going to be able to look into it and try to figure out what happened. And it needs to be nationwide, because I think that'll be the fairest way to do it. Now, I've said in other videos, I think this is not a Democrat issue, a Republican issue. I think this is an establishment issue. And they're all in with the military-industrial complex. the only way we're going to be able to shed ourselves away from this is by putting people in there that are not part of the establishment. That includes people like Donald Trump, Tulsi Gabbard, Rand Paul, so on and so forth. These are politicians that are pretty much honest about things and what they've seen in politics and how things need to change. Now, there's others out there. Now, a lot of people hear Donald Trump and honesty. Donald Trump, I think, is pretty honest on most things. Now, obviously, the media tears him apart. It's calling him a liar, so on and so forth. Well, these guys lie all the time. The Russian collusion story that was fake. And then you got the supposedly Vladimir Putin had bounties on American soldiers. We found out was fake. And so on and so forth. The media lies all the time. And they hardly get called out for it. And when they do get called out for it, nothing happens. And it's all hunky-dory. And they go to the next story to bullshit on. It's not right. But as soon as this audit starts in Georgia, you might as well be ready. Because Georgia's going to get the same treatment that Arizona did. Georgians need to be ready for that. But guys, that's my thought process on everything that's going on in Georgia and the audit that will be going on there. Please comment at the bottom and let me know what you think. And don't forget, please hit like. It helps push the video further and further. And subscribe. Helps the channel grow. Peace.